Before the lights, the fireworks, and the global fame, there were moments that defined what it means to be a wrestler. Moments when two men entered the ring and left behind legends. These weren't just matches. They were stories told in blood, sweat, pain, and glory. And today, we're counting down the top 10 greatest WWE matches of all time. Before we begin, make sure to hit subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join us as we revisit the matches that changed wrestling forever. Because these aren't just fights, they're history. 10. The Rock vs. Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania X8 2002. It was billed as icon versus icon, and that's exactly what it was. The old guard met the new generation under the brightest lights of them all. The crowd in Toronto didn't just watch, they chose. They roared for Hogan, they booed The Rock, and together, they created one of the loudest, most emotional atmospheres in WWE history. This match wasn't about championships. It was about legacy. 9. Bret the Hitman, Hart vs. Stone Cold, Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, 1997. A double turn, something wrestling rarely does, right? Austin came in the rebel, Hart the hero. But when it ended, Austin was the man who never gave up. As the blood ran down his face inside the sharpshooter, the world witnessed a new era being born, the Attitude Era. No title on the line, just pride, pain, and pure storytelling. 8. Shawn Michaels vs. Razor, Ramon, WrestleMania X, 1994. The first ever televised ladder match in WWE history and still one of the best. Two men, one Intercontinental Championship, and a ladder that became a symbol of innovation. Shawn Michaels didn't just steal the show that night. He redefined what a show could be. The moment he crashed to the mat from the top, it wasn't a fall. It was history being made. 7. The Undertaker vs. Mankind, Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring, 1998. This was not a match. It was chaos. Mankind thrown from the top of the cell, crashing through tables, then choke-slammed through the roof. He refused to quit. And The Undertaker, the Phenom, stood tall in disbelief. It wasn't about winning or losing that night. It was about showing the world what sacrifice truly meant. This match became the benchmark for brutality and the heart of one man who wouldn't die. 6. John Cena vs. CM Punk, Money in the Bank, 2011. In Chicago, CM Punk walked in as a rebel and walked out as a legend. The story was real. His contract was expiring, the world was watching, and Cena represented everything Punk stood against. When Punk won that night and blew a kiss goodbye to Vince McMahon, it wasn't just a victory. It was rebellion. It was freedom. And it became one of the most unforgettable finishes in modern WWE history. 5. The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, 2009. That's what this match was: pure, emotional, flawless storytelling. Light versus darkness, heaven versus hell. Two men who had carried the company for decades met in one final clash that left the entire arena on its feet. Every near fall, every reversal, every look told a story of respect and obsession. Many say this is the greatest WrestleMania match ever. 4. Kurt Angle vs. Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21, 2005. Technical brilliance meets showmanship. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels didn't just wrestle, they performed art. Each counter, each hold, each super kick was part of a beautiful, painful dance. Two of the best in-ring performers of all time, showing why wrestling at its core is storytelling through motion. 3. Bret Hart vs. Shawn Michaels, Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12, 1996. 60 minutes. Two men. One title. No falls until the final second. This was stamina, strategy, and sheer willpower. When the time expired and Shawn whispered, "I did it," as he held the championship, the boyhood dream came true. This match proved that wrestling can be more than entertainment. It can be emotion. 2. The Undertaker vs. Triple H, End of an Era, WrestleMania 28, 2012. Inside Hell in a Cell, with Shawn Michaels as the referee. Three legends told the story of the end of an era. Brutal, emotional, historic. When they walked up that ramp together after the match, it wasn't about who won. It was about the end of something beautiful. The closing chapter of the generation that built WrestleMania. 1. The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels, Streak versus Career, WrestleMania 26, 2010. The perfect ending. The streak. The career. Two men who gave everything for decades facing each other one last time. When Shawn leaped and The Undertaker caught him mid-air for the final tombstone, the world stood still. The Phenom stayed immortal. And Mr. WrestleMania said goodbye with dignity and grace. This was more than a match, it was a farewell to an era. From ladders to cells. From blood to glory. These matches didn't just entertain, they defined generations. They turned men into legends, and moments into memories that still echo through the halls of WWE history. Which one do you think deserves the one spot? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from the world of wrestling. Because this isn't just history, it's the soul of wrestling.